All right, y'all. I know you think it's too early to start planning for spring, but guess what? This is the best time to start planning. Planning your spring garden with a purpose. All right, YouTube. This is bed A. I just said A. I ain't no particular order, but what, and how I'm planting here. I'm gonna explain why I'm doing it. First off, I'm planting. The biggest thing I'm gonna plant here is tomatoes. And the reason I'm planting tomatoes here is in Georgia it gets to be 100 degrees and the tomatoes don't do that well. Well, I have a shed there that blocks a lot of the sun and the heat, and the shed here. Now it still gets, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours worth of sun. I'm thinking as hot as that is, it should be enough for me to get productive tomatoes, because too hot here, they just don't produce well. But in this bed, I'm also gonna put basil and marigolds, which are companion plants for tomatoes. Now, I haven't always been big on companion plants, but I think it's worth giving a try just to see how it happens. And of course, onions will be here. Onions are a good companion plant. Onions and garlics and chives for tomatoes. So onions are already in place, garlic already in place, but I'm also gonna put bush beans and parsley right here. The bush beans are a natural nitrogen fixer, and I think I'm gonna add bush beans or some kind of beans to all of my beds, and that's just gonna be something I'm gonna do every year. And some marigolds. I'm gonna grow a couple flowers. And I think marigolds are companion plants for a good companion plant for tomatoes. Bed A. All right, y'all. This is my all-natural bed. I had cucumbers on these trellises last time, but because of the greenhouse blocking it, it didn't get full sun, and I just think that's the reason they didn't do that good. So I'm gonna take these trellises and put them all the way to the back, where they're gonna get 6 to 8 hours worth of sun. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put both of them there. Let's move it up a little bit because I got my sugar cane in there. So I'm gonna put this right there. Probably have to move this comfort. And I'm gonna get twine and run twine all the way across it, so I have a wider trellis. Also in here, well, this is for cucumbers, my Armenian cucumbers, my dragon egg cucumbers, and some variety I'm gonna find on Baker Creek. I'm sure that I'm gonna want to try. So I'm gonna put that there, and coming forward, I will have my zucchini rolled off. I'm gonna go up 5, maybe 6 feet, and I'm gonna have my kush all planted here. I'm gonna have golden zucchini and gray zucchini there. My cushaw I'm gonna have here, which is tastes excellent. If you haven't tried cushaw squash, you gotta put it in a rotation. And then up toward the front, let me pivot back so y'all can see it. Up towards the front of this bed, I'm gonna have watermelons and cantaloupe. Well, you see these turnips right here, and that's gonna be my main layout for this all natural bed. Yeah, it's gonna be lovely. This area, I'm gonna have vine and plant Christmas pole lima beans, sweet peas, and things of that nature. And I'm doing the same thing here. I'm putting these far apart and getting a string some twine and go in between them to make this trellis longer. I got 2 more of these same exact trellises, and I'll probably put them on the edge and trellis over there. But I'm gonna have over here Christmas pole lima beans for sure, watermelons, and okra on that end, and a bunch of bush beans, which I already have beans here. I got a lot of beans already planted, and I'm just planting these beans for nitrogen fixer for when I put watermelons in the springtime. Watermelons and probably another kind of melon, I don't know. But I definitely wanted this new bed to have good soil. And something else I did, I got wood chips all the way over there, so the watermelon can sprawl out onto the wood chips and not be an issue. Something else I'm gonna do, I'm gonna wood chip this side so I ain't gotta worry about getting weeds in between the watermelons, and hopefully that should help a lot. Now before we go on, y'all stay tuned to this commercial break for a quick second while I get together what I'm doing next. Now this is what I'm talking about, quality. Look at that. Man, I might start hunting. Shots out the high seal. Look at the inside. Keep you warm. It's cold out here in these streets. You need some high seal boots in your life. Look at that. Man, I can camouflage with the plants. The squirrels and the birds won't even see me coming. Let's see what these things feel like when I put them on my... Ooh. I want to say thank you, High Seal. Greatest boots on the market. If you a gardener or a hunter and you ain't got High Seal boots, I don't know what you're doing with your life. Look at them. Waterproof, insulated, perfect fit, and lifetime warranty. Forever. All right, these are my raised beds. I know it looked ratty and ran over now, don't worry. And spring is gonna be spectacular. But here, it's gonna be all sweet potatoes. All the sweet potatoes. I've only grew sweet potatoes in a container, but I'm gonna venture into put them in the bed. I know I'm not gonna be able to get them all out this bed, but I'm gonna do the best I can. So I'm gonna man this soil very well for sweet potatoes. That should be awesome. And if y'all watch my videos, y'all know I suck at growing white potatoes. Till next year, this will be all white potato beds. And my thinking is, the things that can store well and can last, I'm gonna grow a lot of it. Sweet potatoes, once they're cured, they last a while, months. So that's gonna be good. White potatoes, once they cure, last a long time. So I'm gonna fill this bed up with white potatoes. That should turn out wonderfully. This big bed here is gonna be eggplants, dill, and sweet peas. A little companion plant going on with that. So this is gonna be filled with eggplants. I feel like I never get enough eggplants. So we definitely fill that with eggplants and some bell pepper plants. So bell pepper, eggplant. Bell peppers grew here pretty good last year, so it's gonna be bell peppers, eggplant, dill, and some kind of peas. Spaghetti squash, honey butter squash, and any other squash that's got got something to do with spaghetti squash. It's a hard word to say, spaghetti squash. And we're gonna do it like that. Now, containers that I've been trying to get away from, all these containers will be filled with herbs. Those already got garlic in them. But all these containers will be filled with herbs like chamomile, cilantro, rosemary, thyme, lemon balm. Did somebody say thyme? Oh, she right there. You okay? Okay, okay. But all these will be filled with herbs. All containers will be filled with herbs. Oh, that's celery. Ooh, she's starting to grow. I'm sorry, y'all. Got nothing to do with celery, but I have no luck growing celery. I might have won this year. I just might have won this year. And yeah, those containers, they're gonna be full of herbs too. I just got to figure out the ones that I want to grow, and I will be growing them. The whole point of this video is I want to be a whole lot more intentional with my garden. Things that over the years I figured that my family likes to eat, and things that I need more of, I'm gonna grow in a larger scale and try to get more of that. Sweet potatoes, white potatoes, cushaw squash, all that stuff stores very well. So it makes sense for me to grow a lot of it. But I'm still gonna have my staple watermelon and things of that nature. Now, it's a couple things, obviously, I left out, things I might find seeds for, but they will be grown on a smaller scale. The whole point of 2024 Spring Garden is doubling down on the things I want, the things that make sense for me to grow and my family like to eat. Everything besides that will be a little space to the side to grow. And I feel like after a couple years of gardening, planting makes more sense. I've never planned my garden before. Never planned it. But it's things that you factor into that. How much sunlight something needs. Does it get too hot where you live it to grow this? Do you need to protect this? I had a shade cloth, and as soon as I bought it, I thought I could have saved that money if I just would have planted it in a different section of the garden. So going forward, with the help of my trusted composition notebook, I will try to grow for perfection. I'm trying for true perfection next year. I'm gonna put all plants where they should be grown and see what happens. Instead of getting a seed, putting it here, put another seed there, them days over. I'm a new man. In 2024, I will have a new garden. Let me know down in the comments, are y'all planning for spring? Or is it too early to plan for spring? Let me know. No big whoop.